We've all heard women say this phrase, all men are dogs. By that, they simply mean men ain't shit. There aren't no good men. We all are dogs. Well, ladies, I don't disagree with that. Men are dogs. But you got good dogs and you got bad dogs. I'm going to break down the psychology of a dog. Not the actual dog, the men that you say are dogs. So first, let's talk about the psychology of a bad dog. A bad dog, obviously, is one that has no training, has no discipline. He does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, whenever he wants. You can't trust him, can't do anything with a bad dog. You can try your best to train it, but if the dog doesn't want to be trained, if it can't be disciplined, dogs like that, you do not keep. In the same way, a man that's a bad dog, he cannot be trusted. So if you tell that man, stop texting this girl, don't go to that party, don't hang out with these friends. If he's a bad dog, he's not gonna listen to you. Or he's gonna say, sure, no problem, and then go do it anyway. Those men cannot be trusted. The same way a bad dog can't be trusted. Also, when you think about a bad dog, he wants to lick everybody. He wants to jump on everybody. He wants to try his best to get in everybody's space. In the same way, a man that's a bad dog, he wants to have sex with every girl he comes across. He wants to have fun and party and hang out with every woman he comes across. These men, they're for everybody. These are the ways of a bad dog. These are the ways of a man that's a bad dog. They share the same qualities. In the same way, he isn't loyal. If you ever had a dog that you've seen go and cuddle up with someone else, or start playing with someone else, or go lay up under someone else's leg, that probably makes you a little bit jealous. Simply because that's your dog. You don't want him to be hugged up and laid up with anybody else. Someone will call that dog, someone would and ask that dog to come in, and he'll run out your arms. It's the same way a man that's a bad dog will operate when he's not loyal. Any woman that calls after him, he's gonna be running to them. He's in their arms. He's under their leg. These are the ways of a bad dog. The last characteristic of a bad dog is they're not moved by emotions. If you're telling your dog to behave and you're crying, please sit, please be quiet, they don't give a damn. They don't care. They're gonna keep barking, keep running around, keep doing whatever they want to do because they're a bad dog. And it's the same way a man that's a bad dog does not care how you feel. He doesn't care about your emotions. You could cry. You could be like, oh, please, I want you to do right. You could say whatever you want to say. He is not going to be moved by a woman's emotion. He's going to continue to do what he wants. They're not going to listen. They're not going to be moved. When you know you pouring out your heart to a man and he just looking at you with the straight face, these are the ways of a bad dog. But then you have men that are good dogs. They're loyal. You can train them. They care about your emotions. When a good dog sees their owner crying and sees that they're not feeling well, what do? They come and lay up with you, hug you. They come and lick your tears. That's what a good dog does. Good dogs are loyal. They listen to whatever you tell them to do. If you tell them sit, roll over, heel, come to me, go over there, whatever the fuck they doing, when you tell them to stop, they do it. And the psychology of a good dog is to be loyal to their owner. The same way a man is going to be loyal to his woman. You can train a good dog. If you dealing with a good dog and you training him how not to pee up in the house, how not to be jumping on people, how not to be barking on people, how not to be licking on people, a good dog will listen to you. A good dog will learn whatever you're training him to do. A good man will do the same thing. If you tell him not to do something, if you tell him to do something, he'll listen to whatever you command him or tell him to do. And lastly, a good dog always is with their owner. They're not running around. If someone calls them, they're not gonna go run across the street trying to chase somebody else down. They'll stay by their owner's side. They'll stay by the person's side that's taking care of them, feeding them, that's petting them, that's bathing them. They'll stay by that person's side. And in the same way, a man that's a good dog is going to stay by his woman's side. This is the psychology of a dog. You just gotta figure out if you're dealing with a good one or a bad one.